Hey everybody, hey, it's Rob at Old Style Classics Baseball Cards again, coming back at you. Please like, subscribe, send people my way. I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers by my 1 year anniversary on YouTube on September 20th, 23rd that is. And if you don't mind, you might want to speed up your video to 1.25 or 1.5 to get me to sound a little more normal, as you can see here. So this is being recorded September 7th at 6:40 a.m. Picked up a bunch of cards out of the bargain bin over there at the local card shop in Belmont, California. Peninsula Sports Cards. They had some of these old leaders cards, so I figured I'd pick some up. So I opened one of them when I got home before I went to sleep because I felt like opening some. And so I picked up 4 of these, 50 cents a pop, plus whatever my discount is. And so and these cards are cool. I mean, they don't get the love they deserve because they're an off-size card, much like the like mini tobaccos or those Gaudy size cards from Gwynn Champions. But the last 2 videos that I did, I opened first the Gypsy Queens, had a couple 2016s and a couple 2022s, and then I opened the Allen and Ginters and the Panini 2013 Hometown Heroes. Didn't really get much out of the Hometown Heroes, even though they're cool. But on the Allen and Ginters, I got a rookie design variant, Brandon Marsh rookie card. So that was pretty cool. Then we got a Kirby rookie card for the Mariners of the 2022 Allen and Ginters. And I forgot that 2016 they still did minis in Gypsy Queen. I thought they stopped in 2016. 2017 was the first year without them. So beautiful Gypsy Queen minis there. And then I got one of the insert Gypsy Queen minis, Jackie Robinson on the MVP. So those are beautiful mini tobacco cards. So we got that. And then these leaders cards that I'm about to open are this size here. So compared to a mini card, almost the size of one of those Gaudy cards, like we got an old Hometown Heroes here. Not Hometown Heroes, but the ones that we picked up from the Sports Kings. So let me pull that out here. Let me get this, see if I can pull this card out. Yeah, so out of the Hometown Heroes, there's the Gaudy size cards as opposed to a full size card, like one of these relics that we pulled. So full size card, the Gaudy size card, and the Spring Fever baseball. I mean the what do you call it? The leaders versus the tobacco minis. So go back, check out the Sports King one. I still got a couple blasters to open, but you can see the autographs like we got, like Jerry West. We got this Nolan Ryan hobby exclusive. So plenty of minis today, so that makes me happy. These minis aren't quite the kind that I prefer. I prefer these, but they're still pretty cool. And you almost always get a good player in these because it's not as big a checklist. So they're going to put the stars in these. So maybe that's why they're not worth as much. But these cards are just as nice, if not better quality than the stuff that you get, like out of Flagship. Alright, set these minis aside. And we're going to show you what we got. Then we got 3 more packs to open. So this is the one I already opened. So, and they're cool cards. They're like designed like these sendaways. They're very much like the premium cards that you would send away, and they're super glossy. So like the commemorative all-star set that you can order when you open a pack of Flagship, or on the back of the package. Sometimes it'll be like, oh, send away for these cards, and you get to choose which group. But they're full-size cards just like this. Look at that, Hall of Famer Fred McGriff right off the bat, folks. they're neat little cards. You know, I have my Andre Dawson's, and that's kind of what I'm looking for here. Now, I don't know if he should be in the 89 one, I would imagine. But it's possible that he's not if he didn't have as big a year in 88. So, but nevertheless, look at that, people. Fred McGriff. Looks to be like a second full year card for old Hall of Famer Fred McGriff. And we got another Hall of Famer, Tony Gwynn. So I don't know why you wouldn't want to have one of these cards. They're pretty cool. A little bit different. So Tony Gwynn. This first pack, people, 2 Hall of Famers, plus a guy who could have been. But Roger Clemens, one of the best pitchers from that era. Roger Clemens. And he's still in Boston there. Just the way I always remember him. Then Gary Gaetti. So, recent World Series winning Gary Gaetti there for the Twins. And the Hefty Dome. Metrodome, an old hefty bag, Vince Coleman. So there's a big superstar for the St. Louis Cardinals. Then turned out to have quite the career, but we know why. Rafael Palmeiro when he was still in the Cubs. So, of course, they let him go, but probably better to our advantage. So look, now he was doing good in batting average, doubles, and hits early in his career, but look at those home run totals, people. Is that coming in clear? Yeah, so look at that. So the guy had only had 8 home runs that one year. And after 258 games, he had 25 home runs. So in a couple years, he had a combined total of 25 home runs, but yet he ends up in the over 500 club. Wonder how he turned into a power hitter. All right, and then Cal Daniels. He was a pretty big name back at the time, if you remember collecting cards back then. Mr. Cal Daniels. So right there, those are like the superstars, kind of all-stars of the time. But multiple dudes that got busted for not doing it the right way. Alright, folks, so 3 of these. Let's get to it. They had a bunch of rack packs too, but I just didn't feel like digging through them all. I saw one with Dawson, but I already had that one multiple times. They had some Dunross ones and Flair and all that, but I was so hungry, my blood sugar was low or something like that. I just didn't have the patience for looking at all the stuff they had in that card shop. So left there, went to Wendy's, ate, and I felt better and went to the other card shop. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you. Also in the Allen & Ginters that we just opened, out of the retail packs that I pulled out of that bargain bin, we pulled a Francisco Lindor mini framed relic with a nice dark relic instead of a napkin relic. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of surprised this one's not numbered, because I don't remember the red mini frames as much. But it is not numbered. But yeah, I don't remember the reds as much, but it's probably because I got the 2023s more in my mind. But that's sweet. Look at that Francisco Lindor, people. So I don't know when this video is going to release either. So this is Saturday. So this might not be released till like Wednesday or Thursday, or who knows, you know, because I got the Gypsy Queen one to come out, and the Allen & Ginter one, and then I still want to do the Sports Kings one. So it came with the miniature Spring Fever, as you saw. So who knows when this is going to be. Seem a little out of place, folks. Look at that, John Tudor. It's Mr. John Tudor. Number 4 in ERA that year. Alvin Davis. Hey, so the guy Matthew who won my first contest, he said that he collected Tony Gwynn, Alvin Davis, and Ryan Mountcastle. So it's too bad I didn't have this before then. I would have sent him the old Alvin Davis card. Now the funny thing is, and I forgot to point out, that General Mills kind of sticker card that I have from Canada has Andre Dawson and Alvin Davis on the same card. So that's pretty interesting that our two PC guys are on the same card together. Alright, remember Hubie Brooks? Well, Hubie Brooks. Wonder what Hubie's up to now. Pretty solid stats there. 20 home run kind of guy. 280 batting average. 164 hits, not too bad. Pretty good star. Juan Samuel. Phillies. So Juan Samuel, but most of the guys that should be on these cards, it's kind of like like we were talking about oddballs this week. Like I was saying, more modern, like let's 70s, 80s, 90s kind of oddball cards, product issue cards. You know, let's say you're getting a 30 card set from like some cereal. Well, they're a little rarer probably than like flagship cards, but not super rare because they're mass produced. And maybe the reason that you don't have as much value is because it's only a 30 card set. So like for example, you know, you're getting like 5 cards or 4 cards, and so you got a 1 in 4 shot of getting like the Andre Dawson or King Griffey Jr. or Mark McGwire or whoever. So it's just more of the stars. So they're not as rare to pull a star, so maybe that's why their values aren't as high, I would imagine. But I still love them. Oral Hershiser. So there you go, Pepino Man, and all you Dodgers collectors. Mike Greenwell, he was a Chase back in the day. There you go, Boston. Mike Greenwell. And Jose Canseco, so that's my point. You know, I don't know how big this set is. Let's see, it says 68. Sometimes it'll say of. Let's say this is a 120 card set, so you got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 cards. So 1 in 7 shot per pack, and 1 in 100. So every pack you're like got a 1 in 150, let's just say, to round off chance of pulling Jose Canseco, as opposed to 1 in 794 or whatever the base set is. So it's not as rare to pull Jose Canseco. But back then you would have definitely wanted this card and put it in your binder. So that's pretty cool. So no Hall of Famers in that pack though. Nope. Or some people might make an argument for. But oh, no Hall of Famers, so that's kind of odd. But I'm sure we'll see some. We're going to see one. I can already tell you in this pack here. So they didn't put gum in these either, so I don't have to worry about that this year. Alright, so a person who many people argue should be in the Hall of Fame. Possibly Dave Stewart there. Local guy. Dave Stewart, I think he was just at that Santa Clara card show. Wouldn't be opposed to him being in the Hall of Fame. Mark Langston. Seattle. It's one of those days, people, I'm just not able to see the screen very well. John Franco. I don't know if he's related to Wander or not. Yeah, you gotta speed up the video, people. My voice is fading, so I'm gonna have to stop after these cards and do the Sports Kings later. Because I guess I'm still tired. I slept like 8 hours. Went to sleep at like 4 o'clock yesterday. And I woke up sometime after midnight. Started doing these. Gerald Perry. Chris Sabo. So I remember him being a big chase card when he first came out. Chris Sabo. He was a good player. Alright. Joe McGriff. Always, whenever I saw him, I always thought migraine. So, Joe McGriff. And our Hall of Fame, Barry Larkin. So, Barry Larkin. Looks to be about third year there. Alright, Barry Larkin. So, let's see. Let's move him up. So, the first pack has been kind of a unicorn so far. Let's see if we improve anything on this last pack, people. But 50 cents. Not really risking anything here, folks. Alright, and I mean, for 50 cents, it's got to be a 50-cent card on eBay. Hall of Famer Dave Winfield. So, probably get a couple bucks for that card on eBay. And that alone would have paid for all 4 of the packs that I opened. There are some Dave Winfield collectors out there. Willie Wilson. So, Willie Wilson. Don't touch my Willie. Unless you want to pay for it. Alan Anderson. Twins. Probably a World Series winner, for all I know. Alright, our Spring Fever card stuck to something else. These glossy cards, folks, they just do not slide. Jeez. Alright, there's the rules if you think you want to sign up for that. Spring Fever. Alright, Roger Clemens again. We already saw the back of that. Gary Gaetti again. John Tudor. And once again, Alvin Davis. So, there you go, Matthew. Alvin Davis. So, Andre Dawson. So, we didn't hit it out of the park. So, let's see what we got here. Clemens is probably worth something. Alright, so Barry Larkin, Dave Stewart, kind of next level. Hall of Fame adjacent. Hubie Brooks, pretty good. Jose Canseco, a lot of people like. Oral Hershiser, the possible. Alright, then we got Fred McGriff. Tony Gwynn. Roger Clemens again. Might have some value. Some Clemens collectors out there, I'm sure. So let's see. Suppose there's possibility if people change their way they think in 20 years or something like that, he could possibly get in. Jose is never going to get in. I don't know. Hubie Brooks in record. So the one person who might have a real shot at getting in, unless things change, Dave Stewart. So Hall of Fame adjacent, Hall of Fame. I don't even know if long shot's the right word. Far shot, in the sense that it's probably far off into the future, maybe in 20 years or something like that. But our Hall of Famers, so 4 packs, 4 Hall of Famers. So not too bad, not too shabby. You know, big Hall of Famers right there. Like these two are sure. Took a little longer and took a while to get in. All right, folks. So there you go. I had some fun with that. Those are neat cards. All right. I hope you like it too, and we'll see you whenever this gets released. Have a good day, whatever day that is. All right. Bye, everybody.